Someone to get the tape done.
Alright, are you good?
We're good, man.
Alright. So you can look at me for the interview and
Sure.
it's just casual, so if you like stumble, it's okay. It's not like, that would be perfect. So the first question is just, do you remember the first time you ever, as a kid, saw The Ultimate Warrior on TV and the first time you ever laid eyes on it?
With the crowd. There was something very magical about that I think that should be spoken more about and really looked at, because he made a connection with people that was really powerful in that way. I mean, you see, you watch people in the ring, and it's awesome. This when an entertainment business, when people do that, what they did during that match, that Ultimate Warrior pop. That, I mean, you might have seen that with Stone Cold, you might have seen that with Hogan, but that's about it. I mean, when you saw that pop, it was unbelievable. So I think that a big part of understanding Ultimate Warrior and the character, without listening to all the other stuff, is just watching the people. Because the people outnumber the naysayers by the thousands. A very powerful family vibe about him in terms of our conversations. Really, it was about that. I can't tell you how often we talk about the kids. Even just like how we're sitting here, I'd go to an event or something, and he'd bring up the girls, and you'd be surprised how quickly he would almost tear just talking about how much he loved his kids, man. It was real, and that was a really powerful part of the person that I don't think a lot of people
Sure.
do, because they had gotten to reconnect, and they saw, and I think that what he saw was that Vince really did still have that connection with them too. So that meant a lot. I think that that created the chance for all this other stuff to happen.
Do you think that Warrior was a guy that wanted to be famous?
I think Warrior was a guy that wanted to succeed in his life. The fact that he could walk away all the times that he did and make no bones about it, I think proved that maybe he didn't want to be famous in a lot of ways. But it came with succeeding. Said it, find a gym, find some place to eat, go to the venue. After the show, he wouldn't go drink with the guys, he wouldn't go hang with the guys. He'd go find another gym. That's what Warrior did. Did that alienate him from people? Maybe. I think it's actually kind of pretty. I know with Macho, they would go to the gym a lot right afterwards, and they were always pumped up. Warrior loved Macho. Loved Macho. Loved a lot of the guys. He loved. He had a lot of respect for Taker and a lot of different guys.
How did he talk about Hogan?
I think that what you got was probably like, with all the different videos that people have seen over the years. I think that tells a story. I mean, he never badmouthed him to me. He wasn't like that guy this or that guy that. Again, it wasn't something that I pushed and be like, tell me about Hogan. We didn't do that. It was just like, it was different than that. I guess in a lot of ways people would, but for me, I kind of got it. I got it where he was coming from. I wasn't really a fanboy sitting there asking him about and this year and that year. It was just my friend, and at the same time, somebody that I shared even like the stuff I was doing with.
Right.
Eventually, the cool thing was he asked us to. In 2008, he asked us to create his theme music for his final match in Barcelona, Spain. That was great, getting that Warrior contacting you and going, Peter, I'm gonna go back to the ring and I need a kick-ass theme song that I can use. And we did that, and it was surreal seeing him come out to it. In the studio a few weeks later, when I got home and actually watched the match. That was awesome.
When did that match take place?
So that happened in 2008. Warrior was, I think, 49 years old. But did he work hard? He worked really hard. He worked injured. He blew his knee out training, and still you know, still got out there and made the match. I think it was a long match. He did what he could, you know, and for his age looked absolutely phenomenal, you know, and spoke to the people at the end and just kind of thanked all the fans. Put the belt that he won right down in the middle of the ring and walked away to AnAkA's The Ultimate Return. It was a really awesome moment in my life and in our band.
How excited was he for that match? Do you remember?
I remember him just knowing he had to put the work in, you know. He was in Spain, so we really only corresponded a little bit through emails. But he was working hard to get back in shape. And he looked great, man. He looked monstrous. He looked really strong. But it was just about the work. It was just about doing the work and getting the work done, getting the work in. That's really what it was about.
So it was less excitement, more focus.
It was focus.
Yeah.
It was a lot of focus. You know, just let's get
Yeah.
you know, let's do this. I'm bringing him back. You know, that was
Yeah.
kind of cool. He would talk about it. He would talk about Ultimate Warrior in the third person, like
Yeah.
you know, like it was his muse. You know what I mean?
So some of these next questions.